Have you ever journeyed deep into the heart of Wyoming? It's a land of vast plains and rugged mountains. But amidst this iconic American landscape, a truly peculiar creature is said to dwell. Imagine, if you will, a rabbit. A perfectly ordinary fluffy-tailed jackrabbit, perhaps. But then, picture this same rabbit sporting a magnificent rack of antlers. Yes, you heard me right, antlers, like those you'd find on a proud deer or a noble antelope. This, my friends, is the legendary jackalope. Is it real? Is it a myth? Or is it something in between? That's the mystery we're diving into today. The jackalope is more than just a strange animal. It's a symbol. It represents the playful spirit of the American West, a place where tall tales are spun as easily as lassos. Are you ready to chase down the truth behind Wyoming's most famous mythological resident? Let's go. If you enjoy this journey, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating tales. Our story begins not in some ancient, dusty tome of myths, but in a much more recent era. We travel back to the year 1932. The place? Douglas, Wyoming. It was here that two brothers, Douglas Herrick and Ralph Herrick, cooked up an idea. They were just a couple of regular guys with a knack for taxidermy and a mischievous sense of humor. The tale often told is that the brothers had just returned from a successful jackrabbit hunt. They tossed their bounty onto the floor of their taxidermy shop. As fate would have it, one of the jackrabbits landed right next to a pair of deer antlers. Douglas, seeing this accidental arrangement, had a flash of inspiration. What if they combined the two? What if they created a creature that no one had ever seen before? With their taxidermy skills honed from years of practice, the Herrick brothers set to work. They carefully affixed the deer antlers to the head of a jackrabbit. The result was the very first jackalope. Once the first jackalope was mounted and displayed, it didn't take long for people to notice. The Herrick brothers sold their initial creation to a local hotel owner in Douglas, Mr. Roy Ball. He proudly put the antlered rabbit on display in the Labonte Hotel. Imagine walking into a hotel lobby and seeing this curious critter for the first time. It must have been quite the conversation starter. Word began to spread, not through the internet or social media. Those didn't exist yet. This was old-school viral marketing. Travelers passing through Douglas would see the jackalope. They'd tell their friends and families back home about the strange horned rabbit of Wyoming. Soon, other establishments like local bars and diners wanted their own jackalopes. Postcards featuring the jackalope became incredibly popular. These were the memes of their day. The image of the fierce-looking rabbit with antlers became synonymous with the rugged, slightly eccentric charm of the American West. Section 4. Douglas, Wyoming, the official jackalope capital of the world. The town of Douglas, Wyoming didn't just acknowledge the jackalope legend, it embraced it wholeheartedly. Douglas proudly declared itself the jackalope capital of the world. This wasn't just a quirky nickname, it became a core part of the town's identity, a claim to fame that drew curious visitors from far and wide. To further cement their status, the Douglas Chamber of Commerce began issuing official jackalope hunting licenses. Of course, these licenses came with some rather specific and humorous conditions. For instance, you could only hunt jackalopes on June 31st, a date that, as you know, doesn't exist. And hunters needed an IQ no higher than 72. These playful rules added to the fun, making it clear that everyone was in on the joke. The town erected an impressive 8-foot-tall statue of a jackalope, a perfect photo opportunity for visitors. Annual celebrations and events often feature the jackalope, keeping the legend alive and well. The creature is everywhere in Douglas, from storefronts to local memorabilia, a constant reminder of their most famous, albeit fabricated, resident. Section 5. Horned hares across the pond. Echoes in European folklore and a touch of science. While the American jackalope was a deliberate creation, the idea of horned rabbits isn't entirely unique to Wyoming. If we hop across the Atlantic to Europe, we find similar creatures lurking in folklore. Perhaps the most famous of these is the Bavarian Wolpertinger. This creature from the alpine forests of Germany is often depicted as a rabbit or squirrel with antlers, wings, and sometimes even fangs. Interestingly, there might be a sliver of scientific truth that could have inspired some of these ancient legends. There's a virus called the Shope papilloma virus. This virus can infect rabbits and cause bony horn-like tumors to grow on their heads and bodies. Section 6. From prairie prank to pop culture powerhouse, the Jackalope's enduring legacy. The jackalope didn't just stay a local Wyoming legend or a taxidermist's novelty item. Its unique and memorable image made it a perfect candidate for all sorts of artistic and commercial interpretations. Musicians have sung about it, weaving the creature into the tapestry of American folk songs and novelty tunes. Cartoons and animated shows have also embraced the jackalope. It's appeared in various forms, sometimes as a mischievous trickster, other times as a wise creature of the wilderness. Pixar even featured a jackalope in a short film called Boundin', which shows just how far this creature has traveled from that small Wyoming workshop. The jackalope has also made appearances in video games, books, and even as a mascot. More recently, the Wyoming Lottery adopted a jackalope character named YOLO, You Only Live Once, as its fun-loving mascot. From a simple prank to a state lottery icon, the jackalope's journey through pop culture has been remarkable. Section 7. The enduring charm of a tall tale, why we love a good hoax. So, what is it about the jackalope, a creature we know isn't real, that continues to capture our fancy? I think it's because, deep down, we all love a good story, and the jackalope is a fantastic story. It's a tale born of creativity, humor, and a touch of that classic American entrepreneurial spirit. The Herrick brothers didn't just create a taxidermy oddity, they crafted a piece of folklore that has brought smiles to faces for nearly a century. There's a certain magic in that. There's an inherent charm in a well-crafted hoax, especially one that's done for fun rather than malice. The jackalope legend isn't meant to deceive in a harmful way. It's an invitation to play along, to suspend disbelief for a moment and enjoy the whimsy. It reminds us not to take everything too seriously. In a world that can often feel overly complicated, the straightforward silliness of a rabbit with antlers is refreshingly simple and delightful. It's a shared joke that connects us.